As we continue our journey with factoring, we're going to come across some trinomials that do not have 1 as its leading coefficient, but rather another number. While our process will be the same, it will just take a little bit longer to get there. So the first thing I'm going to do, in this first term on both sides, I have to think of something. What times what equals a 3x squared? So it'll be an x, or 3x, and an x. I'll have to have an x in both of those terms. Well, I'm also going to look at all the factors of 28. And before we looked at all the factors of 28 that add up to be a negative 20. Well, this time, because I have this 3 involved, it's going to require just one little extra step. So my strategy usually now is to think of all the factors of 28. So one factor is a plus 14 and a plus 2. Another one is a 3x, a 28, and a 1. Another one is a 7 and a 4. Another one is a negative 7 and a negative 4. Another one is a 3x, is the negatives these, negative 14 and a negative 2. And the last one is a negative 28 and a negative 1. Well, I went through the process to write all of those down on the board, and each time in a factored form, because of how important this 3 is. So if these are all my factors of 28, then if there's an answer, it has to list in here. So remember, to find this middle term, it was a combination of adding the outside terms plus the inner terms. So that's why I wrote it down with brackets on each step of the line. So the first one is a 6 plus a 14. Gives me a plus 20, but I'm looking for a negative 20. The second one is a 3 times a 1, 3 plus a 28, gives me a 31. So I know that this one's not right, that one's not right. The next one is 3 times a 4, 12 plus a 7, gives me a 19. This one gives me a negative 12 plus a negative 9, a negative 19. This one gives me a negative 6 and a negative 14, a positive 20. So there are my factors to that problem, 3x minus 14 and x minus 2. With practice, you may not have to write out every single one of these possibilities. But when I was practicing and learning how to do this, I did this quite often. And the more I did it, the quicker I became to start to realize, well, where can I look most likely, and where do I not really need to look right away? So I was able to start to reduce some of my options.